Namaste YouTube, welcome to Cafe Enoma, welcome to our first time single take honest reaction to ALANIS Morissette and her song Joining You. This is our first time single take honest reaction. We haven't heard this song before, we are going to listen to it along with you guys. Whether you're listening to it for the first time or not, we are going to listen to it for the first time, react to it. If the lyrics require analysis or are compelling us, appealing to us to talk about it, we will definitely try and do that too. It's very important for all of us to understand that we all are from different backgrounds. I'm sure the people who are watching the video mainly will be joining us from Canada, then USA, and then other countries where ALANIS Morissette may be popular. In India, very few people will know of ALANIS Morissette. Very few people may have heard of her, or maybe not, who knows, at this time.
This time, this age, this generation, I don't think too many people have heard of ALANIS Morissette or her music.
Yeah.
But if it was the early 90s, there would be many people who have heard of her even in this part of the world. But Asia, Africa, right now, it would be, I don't think
The current generation.
she is too popular here.
What we do is we give reactions to the songs that are requested by our patrons, songs that are requested by our long-term subscribers during the Mega Reaction Fest, and that's what is the case here. This request is picked up by our patron Jeffrey, let's hope it is interesting for all of us to listen to as well as discuss the lyrics, and we find something in common to like about each other. There have been some differences in the past, and I guess it goes on and on. It's okay. I don't think life could be any better than what it is with our reactions. When it comes to artists that write songs in a different way and present to them in a different way. So it's always a difficult task for us to be very sincere about it. We are always trying to be sincere about things, but that sincerity is not accepted in the right
It's
way.
not that we are trying. We are all, at least me, I don't try, I don't beat around the bush. I'm always blunt, always sincere, and that's how I am. I'm frank. And I'm not talking about the movie.
I'm frank.
I'm frank.
That's exactly a good.
Being frank, actually, that's it. So
frank is
I
also
like being
nice.
frank, and that's in my profession at least, I do really, really well because I'm frank. One of the biggest points about me and why people come to me, whether for life coaching or counseling, is because I'm frank.
If
You wouldn't want a
you can't
counselor.
help people.
Yeah, you wouldn't want a counselor who won't say call a spade
You can't
and
help
call it
people.
for what it is. How will they able to help you? I don't know.
If you don't give the right picture to people.
Yeah. Let's get started. Joining You by ALANIS Morissette. Strange title for ALANIS
Joining You.
Morissette song. Strange title.
Okay.
And let's see what it's all about.
Dear daughter, your mom, my friend, left a message on my machine. She was frantic, saying you were talking crazy. You wanted to do away with yourself. I guess she thought I'd be a perfect resort, 'cause we've had this inexplicable connection since our youth. And yes, they're in shock, they are panicked. You and your chronic, them and their draw. You this embarrassment, I said in the middle of this delusion. If we were our bodies, if we were our future. We want to know why and how come about everything. We want to reveal ourselves at will and speak our minds. And never talk small and be intuitive and question mightily and find God. My tortured vegan, we need to find like-minded companions. And we weather condemnations if we weather projections. If we paranoias, I'd be joining you. If we incomes, if we obsessions, if we afflictions, I'd be joining you. We need reflection. We need a really good memory. Feel free to call me a little more often.
Oh, this was like so much like Amy Lee. It reminded me a lot of Amy Lee's style of singing and her voice. So haunting, you know what I'm trying to say. Very beautifully haunting sound of Alanis Morissette's voice in this one. Wow, I've never heard her sing quite like this. She is a really good singer, but this is outstanding. The way she sung this is absolutely outstanding. The music to back it up, the main principal guitar that was backing her up was phenomenally played. It just was mimicking whatever she was doing so beautifully. I love that. It was a good song as far as vocals went, as far as the intention went, I would say at the beginning. And yeah, I think my only critique is that it took too long to get to where it had to get to. As a counselor, when it comes to the topic of suicide or anything close to it, it's not wise to beat around the bush. I don't think people will understand what I'm saying, so it's okay. But and I'm not here to train people in counseling or my approach. But I've seen it personally too. It's not wise. It's one of the worst things to do, to beat around the bush at a time when someone is about to commit suicide. Now I don't know if this is exactly the case here, but let's see what Kirti has to say. She always has a view that is different from mine in such songs. So I'm sure that will be welcomed and that will be good to hear for me. Let's see what she has to say about it.
No, I would stray away from the song lyrics. I like how it was sung. I like the guitar playing and everything. The small problem that I find, not with the song, but with people, a lot of people who succumb to the things that are going around them, succumb to the problems around them, and are very sentimental, very sensitive inside. And they feel the only solution to all of those problems which are around them is or will be solved by them committing suicide. That's what seems to be the case here as well. This person is giving up. His mother is calling as a friend to this character, what is sung by Alanis Morissette, because his mother thinks that she would be a better approach, or she would be a better person to talk to about. Maybe she can help him. And
so you're saying that he's playing the blame game, or she's playing the blame game?
I think that's what she's trying to reflect, that he feels everything else is just wrong around him, unjust and things like that. And that kind of mentality in people, in more than half the cases, leads to suicide or suicidal thoughts, suicidal tendencies. Apart from that, some cases are, acute cases. This is a chronic case. There are acute cases where something suddenly happened and that person couldn't just take it, the embarrassment or something of it, that they take a rash decision. But these are chronic cases where the person has been feeling all these things for a while, and then they think there's no other way out of it but to give up on their life. And it happens mainly in more advanced countries than lesser advanced countries, where more advanced countries means better facilities, better things, better systems, better of everything. That's why they are called advanced. But there's so much of dissatisfaction within people. And that's what leads to all these problems. When the problems over there, when they compare to people of less privileged societies or places, areas, they will realize how much they have been blessed with. But they don't do that. They always think they are the victim, playing the victim, trying to get the sympathy, trying to think that the world is a nasty place. I'm the only person who's, trying to struggle, or I'm the only purest, pious person left here to fend for myself. That kind of mentality leads to these actions.
And what about this part of getting to the main topic or actually saving the person? What do you think the approach was in the lyrics?
I think that is a
Do you agree?
Morissette way. I don't know.
Yeah,
I wouldn't comment on that.
I'm assuming she or the songwriter are not counselors. I would safely say
I
that.
wouldn't know that. What that approach is, she wants the person to call her more often, but that person should be alive on the other end to call more often. So I think more personal approach should be required, more direct approach should be required than, just hoping he would call. Maybe he won't. Maybe he didn't even take this call. So we can't depend on calls. We can't depend on emails. I sent my email and I'm done with it. His mother called me and I called back.
You're absolutely right about advancements. I wouldn't say advanced countries only. It is about advancements in technology and media. We have kind of disconnected from the ones closest to us. And it definitely hurts. And especially at times like this, in a situation like this, where one person is on the verge of doing something crazy, stupid, silly, or suicide, in simpler words, is getting to that point where they are thinking of ending their life. Maybe we got it wrong, but the fact is, what I'm trying to get at is, A, don't play the blame game at such a time. Be responsible, take matters in your own hands. Take complete responsibility for what has happened in your life, whether at age 4 or age 24. Take complete responsibility for what has happened in your own life. And B, don't spend too much time getting to the crux of the issue. Don't play the blame game. Don't spend too much time getting to the main point. The person needs immediate help, immediate assistance, and preferably by a professional. These things should not be dealt with by musicians and friends. They will help. They will help.
A lot of musicians commit suicide themselves.
They will help by being there, and they will help by being there. But
that's required.
At times, beyond that, you need a lot more. Because most of the people who commit suicide is not that they don't have people there. They have people there. They have band members. They have fellow actors, depending who's committed suicide. They have fellow friends, peers, students, etc. with them. Does that stop them from committing suicide? No. Why are they actually committing suicide? Because the ones who are supposed to be there and actually support them in whatever they are doing, or whatever they are not doing, or whatever they are feeling, they aren't there in that sense. They are forced, like someone is forcing her to be there. She really doesn't care much, and that's what I get. She doesn't really care much. She's going all over the place with culture and governance and systems and all kinds of things, income even. It's going all over the map. But at the end of the day, is that going to solve the problem for the friend? I don't think so. That's it for this one though.
Namaste YouTube, welcome to Cafe Enoma and welcome to our reaction to Grant Lee Buffalo. We are going to react to the song Fuzzy. This is our first time single take honest reaction as usual, and it's a request of our patron Jeffrey.
Bring me home to this house of many days. Just lay me on the floor, hard and cool I sleep. You know I love it more and more than before I ran away. It triggers off so many hurts, hurtful words and broken plates. Upon the interstate, waiting on a train. And just when those big arms lift up, fall in love with no time to say. Driving down the street, we're looking for a place to stop, have a bite to eat. We hunger for a bit of faith to replace the fear. We water like a dead bouquet, does no good, does it, dear?
Interesting song. Very seems to be very difficult to understand what he's giving it. Whether he's giving all the lies or he's spinning tails or it's coming from someone else. So it's difficult to get this. Right from the beginning I was a little bit confused about this song. And yeah, really not much to say or not much. The one thing I liked about it though is the way he says that fuzzy. I'm fuzzy. Whatever he did with that. That's the only highlight for me, really, to be honest.
Yeah.
The rest of it was okay. I mean, not something I would necessarily listen to ever again.
For me too, it's the same thing. It's not something very enjoyable to listen to, the way it is sung, the mood that is coming, reflecting in the singing. That too isn't to my liking. It's kind of very intense and somewhat depressing. The way it is sung, and maybe he's talking about that state of mind as well. It seems like he ran away from home and now he's tired of being out and he wants to get home. I'm assuming he ran away with someone and he's just dying to get home, dying to feel the place, just hoping that he gets to get home and it feels good and normal. That's where it started, and then it moved out. First it started from him, bring me home to this house of many days and things like that, and the feelings of being there. I love it more and more than before I ran away. And then talking about something being out during the travel, being on the roads and things like that. So it's very difficult to put together, but he's feeling fuzzy maybe because he's been out for a long time, lying about things, making up things, more problems than what it appears in the lines. Could be a real story of the artist who wrote it, just wanted to reflect upon it, or maybe something just created, but it does not really give out very clear-cut message what exactly he's trying to tell. All in all, the world is small enough for both of us to meet upon the interstate waiting on a train, and just when those big arms lift up, fall in love with me. Fall in love with no time to say it. I liked it. Now I'm fuzzy. Maybe he went out, he met someone, they both fell in love, but now he's just, tired of everything. And they didn't really feel, they didn't really get a settled way of living. They were all over the place, roaming around, wandering here and there. But now he wants to take rest. He wants to take a break from the heavy running around and settle down with her. Or maybe all by himself, who knows. But he needs a pause, he needs a break. He needs something to feel stable and settled. There is a lot of instability in his life. That's what I assume it is about. Not sure.
Yeah, so we leave it at that. That's what it is. I like the fuzzy. The fuzzy part. Fuzzy! Fuzzy, I'm assuming it's confused or
something like that. Dizzy,
but
fuzzy.
we'll have to look it up because maybe it means something and we don't just get it. I'm fuzzy. What do you think it means?
I felt there's someone who's dizzy or can't think straight. That's what I think. Fuzzy.
Just look it up because it might change our analysis of this whole thing if we know the exact meaning. I'm assuming it's some confusion and chaotic state, but it could be something else.
Having a frizzy texture or appearance, that I know. Difficult to perceive, indistinct or vague. Yeah. Somewhat blurred.
Difficult
blurry.
it's blurry. It's difficult to understand it.
Get clarity on things.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's fine. We'll leave it at this then. Yeah. That's it for this set of videos. Goodbye.